Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Assassin's Creed 2. In the last episode, we... what did we do? I gotta pull up the conspirators map for this one because we did a lot. So, specifically, we went and dealt with... we went and dealt with Antonio Maffei... Antonio, Francesco, Salvatore... Stefano and what's his name there? Bernardo. The only one that we didn't kill directly was, unfortunately, Jacopo, which sucks. But you know what? It ain't the worst thing in the world dealing with Jacopo. He was actually betrayed by the Venetian and Rodrigo Borgia. But yeah, by going through the, I guess that'd be the outer circle of people where Antonio, Francesco, Stefano, and Bernardo all followed Jacopo. They kind of gave us the location over the course of doing it, and shockingly, that episode turned out to be kind of fun as far as tailing and trying to be creative, because I think the way I dealt with Bernardo. I dealt with him with poisoning, and the rest of them I kind of dealt with standard assassination technique. Worked out. Anyway, so we find ourselves back in Florence to go and talk to our dear friend, I actually forget what his name is, of the Medici family.
The Pazzi are dead. Every one of them.
I must admit, I've never before believed I could desire the death of others so badly.
Nor I.
Ezio, thank you for the role you've played in keeping this dream of mine alive a little longer.
L'onore è mio, signore.
What will you do now, figliolo?
There are still others I must hunt, signore. They are already digging their claws into the heart of Venezia.
No. La bella Venezia. Then that is where your journey must take you, Ezio. Before you leave us, I have something for you. A gift. This cape identifies you as a friend of the Medici. As long as you wear it, the city guards will be more tolerant of your actions. But be warned, it will not grant you immunity from the law. Che la fortuna favorisca la tua lama.
Now I gotta say, the Medici cape is actually kind of good as far as things go. Again, it's good in the way of dealing with things around Florence. Which does not mean... Oh, hang on, wait, what did that say? Well, I think Tuscany also falls into Florence's, into the Medici's range of power. I could be wrong, I could be right. Again, I'm not fucking paying attention to the little pop-ups that show up. So, yeah. But yeah, the guards will be more tolerable of us. Basically, that's actually it. That is all they do, is it makes the guards less likely to attack us for, like, climbing on the roofs or doing some dumb shit, you know? Lets us get around town a little bit better. Also, I think it reduces the amount of notoriety that we gain from doing certain things, which if I'm wrong on that, I'm wrong on that. I'm not really going to fact-check that one. Just because it's a pain in the ass. That is it. That is the only reason. Ooh, and we're picking up with Leonardo.
Leonardo! Leonardo!
Mi dispiace, messer, but he is gone. Maestro Leonardo was commissioned by a Venetian noble to paint some portraits. He paid for the maestro to move his entire workshop to Venezia. It's quite an opportunity.
Grazie mille, friend.
Well, that's a lucky thing to find out. Well, I suppose now would be a good time for us to... Actually, where is the game going to have us go, is the question. To the mountains. Okay, so really quickly, I'm gonna cut this out because I was trying to look for an opportunity to swing by the Monteriggioni village, and I'll probably pick up on the mountain pass. Maybe not. This might not. No, this will take time because it's a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, that was loud. It's a pain in the ass to go about and find the, like, what I'm going to do with the money that I get. Because either I'm going to use it to buy new equipment for myself, which is actually more than likely, because we're due for an upgrade. We really are. Or I'm going to upgrade the villa some more, but we are getting a decent, like a good amount of income from the villa. Look, see, we almost got 10,000 in. So I'll see you guys back in Florence. Oh my god, every time that's so loud. Sorry. Yeah. I also forgot that we got the seal for this guy, which puts us. I think did we get another one while we were out? I don't remember. I don't think we did. Well, really quickly, I can check on this one because the last one I don't have. Yeah. Why did my phone go off? Okay. Once again, I just wanted to bring that up briefly because I dropped off the other feathers that I had found, and I know I had missed one in Tuscany. Because again, I'm doing this. If I see them, I grab them. If I don't have them, I don't bother. But yeah, we're gonna go spend this money on upgrading my personal equipment before we do anything more with with the town. So again, we will be right back. Alright, now that our little shopping trip is nice and over with. Alright, let's hop on a horse and head off to the mountains. I don't remember if there's something specific about this event or what, because I could be misremembering based off of something that might happen later in the game. I think this is one of the rare examples of us having a little bit more freedom to do what we want. As far as, like, traveling goes. Yeah, I remember this part. The second I see that thumbnail, I'm like, oh, wait, yes, I remember this part. This part is actually kind of interesting. So the only thing I ended up doing was I ended up buying the scimitar for 10,000 florins. And the only new piece of armor that we could get was a metal vambrace. For, like, ooh, what was it? It was like, oh god, game. Settle down. Settle down. Yeah, it's a metal vambrace for like just over 5,000. And I was like, okay, well that makes sense. I decided not to get that or any of the other daggers just because it wasn't really worth the time to get them. I can hold off and save some time.
Ezio? What luck! I have run into a bit of trouble.
Let me see if I can help.
I know how to fix it, but lack the means to do so. If you could just lift the wagon.
What is this thing?
Eh?
It looks like a giant bat.
Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind.
What is it for?
Well, I shouldn't really talk about it. Al diavolo. I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly.
Come on, I'll drive.
But I haven't even told you where I'm going.
Well, this will be fun. I don't think we've driven a carriage before.
Venezia, such a beautiful city. So many sources of inspiration. Ponte di Rialto, Piazza San Marco, l'Arsenale. What's wrong?
We're not alone.
What's happening? Who are they?
Rodrigo Borgia's men.
Why? What do they want with us?
I think they want us dead.
Leonardo, hide!
Yeah, that's not all that uncommon for Rodrigo to want.
Knock them off!
Yeah, how?
Someone's on top! Do sharp turns to make the carriage roll!
I gotta do this without destroying the fucking... without destroying the carriage. That's actually gonna be the hard part, is, not accidentally totaling the damn thing. Ooh. But no, I like this section. It's not... I gotta say, like, this section of the game isn't super interesting. It is fun, though, because you're like, oh, I get to just drive like an idiot and knock people off because they can't... Because, yeah, good luck staying on a fucking carriage that's basically tipped at a almost, like, tipping into a 90-degree angle.
Hold on tight. It's going to be a little rough.
Oh, these fucking bastards lighting the bridge on fire. I know I'm reacting to that a little late, but... Ugh. Really, man? You gotta... Why are you lighting the bridge on fire? Well, I was certainly lucky. Well, they made it more difficult. And now we have to avoid the fire. Which, granted, oh my god, that does a whole half tick. Alright. Yeah, which is not exactly like the easiest thing when, you know, your carriage turns like a fucking potato. What do you expect is gonna happen? Ugh. Sharp turn. Okay.
We're almost there.
Again, like, it's bullshit that, like, they line them up in corners and...
Watch out behind you. Do something.
Did I just knock those people down with a fucking tree branch? I have no idea if I did.
Go, Leonardo. They are here for me, not you. I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, they are here for me.
There he is. Lajou.
Ooh, I was not expecting it to be...
Remember, Ora! Take this man very, very seriously.
This is why you just save up for good weapons down the line. That way you don't have to worry about anything else. Although I do know that the not spending that money on the villa is gonna come back to bite me a little bit.
Die! You tire eventually.
Come on, big man. Dumbass. Sucker. But yeah, no. It kind of, you know, it is kind of frustrating that this as a feature never came back. Like they made it a big deal in... Yeah. They made it a big deal in... Oh, are we done with another chapter already? Oh, and we got races now. Who gives a shit? It's fucking... It's another side activity that you don't need to worry about. I think I also get... Yeah, all these things now happen in this area, which is really weird because you don't really need to come back here for any particular reason. I mean that quite literally, actually, you do not need to go back there, because now, like, once we get to this next city, we will then have access to the fast travel in air quotes. Yeah. Fucking town. Oh yeah, we're in Florence. Alright, we're gonna... Quick... We're only in 20 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna swing and grab this, and then we're gonna go right over to the Assassin's Tomb, and that'll probably be the episode? Oh, I don't think so. But maybe. Oh my god, my horse! What? Baby! Oh. Your name is Cinnamon. But yeah, no, it's a weird dilemma at times to just be like, oh, this was a feature in this game. Oh, no, wait, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking, damn ADHD. I was talking about, yeah, no, I remember. That, like, horse riding as a means of travel was really big in the first game. I mean, really big. Like, it was pretty much the only way that you can get around reasonably without, like, having to do a whole bunch of shit in it, you know? I think there might have been a fast travel in it at the time, but I'm not sure. Because I have not played the first game in a long time, and I feel that I'll probably revisit it once I've gotten more comfortable with the Assassin's Creed games, as... Oh god, notably, Assassin's Creed 1 is... I've said this before. Oh god. Ah, fuck it, we'll go pick up the Codex page on the way. I've said this before, I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed 1 as a game. Story-wise, really good. It gives a lot of context to what's going on in this, why the Templars are like the way they are, and the fact that it happens in like the mid... What is that? The mid to late 12th century, I think it was. No, 13th century, because it's in the 1200s. I hate that centuries, like, timing thing. Very, very annoying. Okay, buddy. Okay.
Davvero! I don't have to scrub your feculence from my boots, Compito!
Perhaps if we send you to the mines, it could be put to...
Eccolo!
No. No. That's one of the best reasons to use smoke bombs, is to get the codec, is just to get codec pages. That is it. That is the only reason, and it's super, super useful. Also, again, because you're not technically being seen doing it, you're not in any trouble. Oh, it's talking about the bridge itself. Okay. Yeah, I got confused there for a second. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know this place is an assassin's den. But no, yeah, Assassin's Creed 1's like whole deal is going around back and forth between different areas because you have to narratively, and I get it. I don't mind that. But still, riding your horse around is kind of boring. It's not super interesting. The location, like the whole game is like super gray. The mechanics are super, like, it's the first game. It suffers from a lot of the first game in a series issues, like clunky controls. They haven't quite figured out the identity of the game yet, that kind of shit. And I don't mind it so much. But it's like, why play Assassin's Creed 1 when you can play 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, Rogue, Syndicate. I did not hear great things about Syndicate, but I did hear some things about it that definitely kind of like piqued my interest at the time. Like, you have all these other options where the game has like been figured out, well, with exceptions to Odyssey and Origins, because those games were really kind of the start of the... What era was that? That was the start of the RPG era. Yeah, where they can just like milk it for like hundreds of hours. I never went and played those. I don't think I ever will, mostly because it seems boring. Like, you have this ridiculously large map that has nothing going on for it outside of like a couple city centers. Did not think I was gonna get that. Okay. Yeah. I figured it was a dive option. But no, it's I honestly that's why I really like the other Assassin's Creed games so much, is just because it gives you the opportunity to do more than what you kind of set out with the first one and with the RPG era games. And it's just I don't get it. I don't get why they made that switch. Not even from a financial point, like that just means like, oh, you've got to put more time into developing areas, missions. Like from a developer standpoint, it seems like a fucking like a waste of money. Like in a way that is just like absolutely shameful. Because these games were kind of built around the notion of having a big city to hang out in and run around and do that kind of shit in. But not so much so that it was... it was only... You know what, actually, I'll say this. The only time I ever thought an area was too big is... Oh, shit. Bastard. I got the hiccups now. God damn it. The only time I ever thought a game was like an area in an Assassin's Creed game was too big was specifically Rome. Because Rome is really, really big. Like, as far as an area in a game, it's fucking huge. Yeah, because like there's the whole, like, you got the main city of Rome, then you got the outskirts area. It's a lot. Like, it is a lot. And I understand why they did it. It's a means to make the game feel big, lived in, alive. It's kind of historically accurate, I think. I'm still not very sure on where the Assassin's Creed games like really sit on that, as they have been touted as like these, oh, they're super historically accurate, and you know, when the game isn't just making shit up for the sake of making shit up. And I get that. Because you gotta make a game interesting. Really?
There! I can't. There! On him!
Come on. Try me, buddy. Sucker. But yeah, it's like specifically with Rome is when I felt the game was like just a bit too big. And it's only because the city itself was actually too big. There were, like, going from this where you got like really nicely packed city areas, you got some more open areas when you need them for like the level, but like all in all, like, you have the level that you need for the area. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a super cohesive, but I'm trying. But yeah, that's where I feel is like these games need to be smaller in scale, more localized to like single areas, or they could do what they did with this, where it was multiple areas at a time, but it wasn't like an uncomfortably large area. I don't know what they did with Syndicate. Again, I haven't played Syndicate. And then Black Flag's like level locations were just fun. There was enough going on that you felt like you were having a good time. Even, again, the boats. The boats was what sold that game. I swear on this. Wait, where the fuck? Hold on. Hang on, what the fuck? Ooh, I almost lost it. Whew, getting tired. Ugh. Coffee's finally working. I know that sounds like an insane statement, but I've learned over the years that caffeine does not work for me, and it just acts as like a little itty-bitty blocker. The sugar is what acts as a blocker for me, not the caffeine. No, so I get the fun of getting a little sugar high, but then losing it very quickly. But I do get the fun of getting to drink coffee at 2, 3, 4 in the morning and just going and wanting to just go to bed. That's super nice. It sucks in the workday though, because then you're drinking it, you're like, oh, why am I tired? Oh yeah, that's why.
Like you, got it.
Shush.
A moment of your time. You will not get away.
Oh, these gentlemen are a bit tougher than the last. Oh, wait, hang on. This will be really funny. Give me your weapon. I always forget that you can just take the big sword. Can you use big swords in Brotherhood? Oh my god, now I'm just like questioning so much of my time with those games. Damn it. God, it has been a while since I've played Brotherhood. I actually think the last time I played it was when the game came out. No, it was years later, but I still played the game like around that time when it came out. It was still relatively new. I had a friend at the time who had it, and he loved that fucking game. I get why. The games are really, really interesting. After him though, with that, like, after he got me into it, I really fucking went in on these games. I played everything up to 4, and then I just never God damn it! I played everything up to 4, and I never played, never got around to playing Rogue, unfortunately. Which really sucks, because Rogue looked like it could have been a bit more fun, because again, you're playing... Not as fun as Black Flag, I should correct that. No, it looked fun because the idea of playing as a Templar in these games is like exceedingly uncommon. Even like straight up from a narrative perspective, we never do it. We play as Hathan, yeah. We play as Edward's son, Hathan, in... Oh, shoot. Yeah, in Assassin's Creed 3, like, as a prologue. God damn it. I'm gonna have to start that over. In the prologue of AC3, we play as Hathan. But then we switch over to... Oh, what's his fucking name? Connor? Yeah, we switch over to Connor. And then we never do it again until Rogue came out, which I think Rogue came out in tow, like hand in hand with fucking 3. I could be wrong on that. Again, people feel free to correct me. I'm not. Bastard, you bastards. Yeah, I'm not like a genius on this. I didn't keep up with releases all the way through. But again, like you play as, I actually forget, Shay? His name's Shay, I think. You play as Shay in Rogue, and you play as Hathan in 3, which gives you a good insight to like how the Assassin's Order sets themselves up. They kind of adopt the weapons of the Assassins, which I really like the idea of that, because it's Shay and Hathan who utilize it. And I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea of like, why didn't they do it sooner? Like, you know, they've been killing assassins for God only knows how many years. Like, why didn't they just like adopt it? But then you think about it and it's like, oh, literally up until the 15th century, you had to cut a finger off to use it. Maybe a little bit earlier than Ezio, but for the most part, the general idea is that you don't need to, because you can just kind of, you know, hide yourself in plain sight a little bit better without the hidden blade. But it does take away a piece of your toolkit. And again, not a bad thing, not a good thing. Kind of middle of the road, I guess. And so I don't think many Templars would be very willing to, you know, mutilate their hands to use a weapon that they're not skilled with. I don't know. Kind of where I sit on that, actually. I do love the idea of the hidden blade, though. I really, really wish I got into engineering for that. Not even as like a... Oh, no, that sounds really bad, actually. Let me correct that statement. I wish I got into mechanical engineering to understand the mechanics of the weapon itself. I don't want to go out and manufacture weapons. It's fucking stupid. I actively detest war, personally. But it's still kind of funny, because I kept looking up videos when I was younger, like how to make the hidden blade. And... Ooh, I got sneeze. Oh, that's super good to have. Hang on. Yeah, the metal cestus. that covers your offhand, increasing damage. Like that's not a secondary weapon that you have that takes the place of a knife. Okay, so it's ooh. That's a toss-up for a decision. Do you want 2 in damage, 1 and 3 in speed? You know what? I do like that one, but I'm gonna go with this one just because it has slightly better stats overall. And then as time goes on, I will mostly be using my money to buy additional weapons because it's like money really means nothing. Yeah, weapons, we've got the best sword. And then the metal vambrace is all that's left, so that'll cover our offhand, I believe. Yeah.
Your coin seems genuine.
Your coin seems genuine. Yes, that's because it is, sir. Thank you very much. Alright. Well, we didn't really get a whole lot done in this episode, but we did get enough done for me to call it productive. I'll be joining up in a couple minutes after. I'll be probably starting up another episode after I run around and get all of these. Because, by God, this is going to be frustrating. And then we'll probably have a little, little montage of me running around the map getting fucking glyphs and then going to do some missions. Yeah, that sounds like what we're going to do. Alright, so thank you everybody so much for tuning in today. It means a lot that you guys decided to stop in and see what I was up to. If you want to see more of me, we are on Twitch. We stream on occasion. I don't have a set schedule at this time. Namely because I don't have one. I don't actually have a reason outside of I'm bad with schedules. Other than that, we're on TikTok as well, where we put the clips from Twitch onto TikTok. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Hopefully I'll get to see you all in the next one. Bye.